This is Jorge Herrera, and I've been placing up videos for a long time, but lately I started to use Rumble, and I'm going to try to also put some of the videos in locals that at this moment I don't know what is preventing me from doing it, but I'll find out. So, anyway, the reason I'm here now with the title of this video, this stream as misinformation, and my apology. It is because we have enough misinformation without my help. And last video, I spoke about the BRICS countries. Now, not too many people know what the BRICS is or which are the countries that are part of that group. So I was not helping because when I mentioned the groups that are part of it, I talk about Saudi Arabia as being one of them, and that is false. And I apologize for that. The group that goes by the SA is South Africa. That's the group that joined the BRICS. Now, what are the BRICS? The BRICS is a group of nations that are joining together to challenge the hegemony of the United States and Western countries. And what do they want? Well, they want domination. They want to, first thing is they want to trade among themselves and help themselves, but it's a very um, diversity group of countries because BRICS are integrated by Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And they have big differences. For example, China is a communist totalitarian country. Russia is also totalitarian, and at this point, I don't think they are as a strong communist as it is China, but it's still a communist country and totalitarian. Brazil is a country that has leftist ideologies, but is not completely a communist country. Now, India, it has tried to align with Western ideology and capitalism, but they decided to go into this group to have their own dominance, I would say. They don't want to be in reality dominated by the Western countries, by the United States and its allies, and that's why I guess they joined the BRICS country. And I mentioned Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is still part of Western alliance because still they sell most of their petroleum, most of their oil in dollars. Now, South Africa, it has become recently after apartheid more of a free country. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure that I clarify that the BRICS countries, that when I spoke last time, I mentioned Saudi Arabia instead of South Africa, and I also mentioned Iran instead of India. Now, lately in this year, Iran joined the BRICS. So I was not totally wrong with Iran, but so the BRICS country now are Brazil, Russia, India, and Iran, China, and South Africa. So I wanted to correct that, and is corrected now. I give you my apology for misinformation, but the goal of the BRICS countries is to challenge the hegemony of the United States with the dollar as the world currency, which unfortunately our government has managed it so bad that I don't blame countries for trying to use their own currencies. So that's the main reason. And unfortunately, China is mostly the most communist and totalitarian country that there is nowadays. So that's not good because communism has not worked ever, and communism has killed more people than any wars that we have had before. And so that's something that we should understand, that communism has never worked and it will not work because of the fundamentals and the basis of it, which is misery for all, with a totalitarian elite managing that misery of the rest of the people, where communism is the rule. So that we need to understand. Now, coming closer to our country, to the United States, we are in election year. So we have to think and we have to vote for common sense. Think, who is promoting the invasion of the country? Who destroyed the energy independence that we had 4 years ago? The Democrats. Who are pushing the New Deal? The Democrats. What is the New Deal? The New Deal is to stop the use of reliable energies like fossil fuels and nuclear energy, replacing it for unreliable energy like wind turbines that they only work when there is wind, and solar that it doesn't work 100% all the time, because it doesn't work at night, and it doesn't work when it's very cloudy and we have dark days. So they are very unreliable. And the Democrats are pushing for stopping reliable energies and replacing them for unreliable energies. And that is going to create problems, especially for the people with less resources, or uh, people that are that have less money. Those are the ones that are going to suffer more for that. And let's use the right word. Poor people are going to suffer more with unreliable energies, with solar and turbine generating energies. So let's use common sense and see who we're going to vote for. Now, who is promoting the indoctrination of our children in weird things like the the Pride Month? Because there is nothing to be proud on a Pride Month when the philosophy is to follow men that are not men enough to keep being men, and they decide to become women, because by becoming women they have some they can be noticed, they have some notoriety, and also they can finally win in sports by switching to telling everybody that they are women, and for that reason being able to compete in women's sports. So that's the only way that they can win. So let's use common sense. Who's promoting that? The Democrats. So are you still going to vote for Democrats when they are promoting the castration of our kids, when they are confused, and they affirm them that they if they feel that they feel like they are a woman, and for that reason they castrate them? Who's promoting that? The Democrats. Now, who's killing babies with abortion? Let's use common sense. The Democrats. Most of the Republicans, we we promote life, and the Democrats, they want to kill babies in the womb, and they use the argument that women need to be able to make their own choices. And yes, that's true, but they have to make the right choices. And killing a baby is not the right choice. So let's use common sense. Who's promoting that? The Democrats. So if you're going to come out to vote, vote with common sense. Vote to save our country. Now, we have an election coming this Saturday. And this election, I'm talking about Texas and Harris County. In this election, we are electing appraisers. And there were 3 places, and one is already taken by a Democrat. So there are 2 places that hopefully we can get those places taken by Republicans. Why? Common sense. What do Democrats want? They want to tax the rich. Who do they consider rich? Somebody that has a house. So they're going to raise the taxes on people that have houses to give welfare to people that don't want to do anything and want to depend on the government. So poor people are poor because they don't want to aspire to be rich. And to be rich is fantastic, it's great, but it takes effort. So if you don't want to do, if you don't want to put any effort and you want to depend on the government, then that's your choice. But we need to vote with common sense. And we don't want higher taxes to be given to be able to allow the government to give free stuff to people that don't want to that don't want to be entrepreneurs, that don't want to go and fight for themselves and get their own sustenance, but they just want to depend on the government. So there's another point. There is a big element of worship on that you depend on. And we Republicans, we advocate for Christ to for the Christian um, religions. We follow Christ, and when we depend on God, when we worship God, we depend on God. But if you worship government, then you're going to depend on government. So I wanted to speak today, correct my misinformation, and speak a little bit about the critical year that we are in and that we need to vote with common sense. I was thinking the other day also that how can I be friend how can I be friends with Democrats when they are voting to destroy my country? So I cannot be friends with Democrats. And I was discussing that with a friend that is Republican, and I mentioned that to her, and she said, "No, but we are not being friends with Democrats. We are just uh, working with them, and because we are working with them, then we accept certain things, but that doesn't mean that we are being friends with them." And I guess she made me understand that. But the point is, how can we be friends with Democrats when they are voting to destroy this beautiful country? So let's vote with common sense. Let's get out and vote because it's important, but vote with common sense. Thank you for taking a look at this video. And if you want to put any comments on under the videos that you're watching, please put those comments, even if you disagree with me, so we can have a conversation. We can have a debate and see who's right and who's wrong. Because what I'm saying, many people might think that I'm wrong. But if you think that, then comment under the videos or comment in the chat, and let's have a debate. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.